being radically honest with yourself and other people, I believe may cause a momentary feeling of stress or letdown or disappointment, but overall you'll feel proud of yourself for being honest. It's interesting, as I started dating my current girlfriend, after a couple months of kind of hanging out and dating, I told her, I'm always going to be honest with you and you're not going to like it. And I've said this in every relationship beforehand, but no partner I've had has been able to handle my honesty. And I was like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to handle it, because I've seen a pattern where no one's been able to handle my honesty. You're not gonna like what I have to say. You're not gonna like the things I believe. There may be certain things you don't like. And so as she would ask me certain questions about just like life and relationships and the future, you know, what do you believe in this and this? I go, do you want me to tell you the truth? Because I don't think you're gonna like it. She said, yes. She's been able to hold the truth, right? Which makes me trust that I can continue to be more and more honest. Right. But the more radically honest I am, and when you can be with someone who can receive it, then I feel like I'm not abandoning myself, right? I'm not abandoning myself. I'm not betraying myself, because I can speak my truth and someone can receive it. But it's hard for people to receive the truth. Why is that?
Yeah, I think, well, let me push back a tiny bit.
Yes.
I don't have all the answers on this one, but I always see it in terms of the sort of like, in the yogic tradition, there's the yamas and the niyamas. There's this idea of, there's satya, truthfulness, but then there's also ahimsa, non-harming. And non-harming. And that I really think of it as like those two always need to be, you don't ever just go all into one without a dose of the other.
Sure. Well, having some context when you're speaking the truth and not trying to be like, not being like you suck or something, but like, here's my truth, and finessing certain things, but being honest at the same time.
I think what's challenging about honesty is that we, when goals are not aligned, right? And part of what we're all playing at sometimes unwittingly is, I want to achieve my goal, and in order to get there, I need you to keep believing this thing that's not completely true. And like, say in a relationship, I don't want to make any assumptions at all, but something that comes up a lot is like, somebody wants to marry the other person. And if they knew that that wasn't like that, we weren't marching towards that, maybe this is an opportunity cost and they'd get out and start anew with somebody else. And this person's like, I have no idea if this is headed towards marriage. I just don't know. And, but in a sense, you almost have to keep up that lie by omission to like have it continue, because your goal is like, well, I don't know, but I want to keep finding out.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
And so I think it gets so tricky, but it's something I haven't mastered. I like what Eckhart Tolle has to say about how the ego sort of like really resists honesty. Like, I always find that this comes up when I need to apologize for something, when I need to be accountable for when I messed up. And why is it that my ego is like dragging its heels, heading towards this apology and be like, no, don't say it. And then you say it and it's rupture and repair.
Yes.
And everything's better afterward, and it's softer and it's more tender, and you can connect and you feel like, wow, like there's a feeling of self-efficacy with it. And yet somehow every time my ego is still resistant. And so,
because you don't want to rupture.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
The rupture's scary.
It's scary.
Yeah. But it almost always ends well in the right partnership. But that itself is interesting, because if the rupture doesn't go well, there's your answer, right? That's
then
a filter.
It's explosion and blow up. And
But a lot of us do carry some fear of abandonment, fear of loss. And so even if something needs to end, we still
scary.
We don't want it to be today.